Hello, me mateys. Vuvi Yaloovie here, and today we're going to be climbing up the ladder to reach Masterball rank in hopes of being the #1 Alcremie player. Am I right, me mateys? So, for this video, now that we've already played with like a few cores and done even an F2P team, right, and seen reasonable success, right, with the F2P team, now we're going back to the traditional team. I want my Alcremie back, gosh darn it. Yep, so we got Alcremie back, got Mega Ordino back. Now, with this rank in particular, now that we're in Ultra Ball rank 3, here's where a lot of weird stuff can happen, right? So we got the people who have ideally climbed already into Ultra rank 3, right? And these are some of these people know what they're doing, right? They know they know what defenses they need to put up against our Pokemon in order to succeed. So they're not just going to blindly lead our Sun into us, right? They're not just going to blindly lead their powerful Rain Core unless if there's nothing on our team that can reasonably stop it, right? But if they see something like Vaporeon, and if they have something like Manectric or a Raichu, right, they're going to probably lead the Raichu now and let's just say Pelipper to get like speed control and then threaten the Vaporeon with a KO, right? So it's going to be a bit difficult to tell the difference between who knows what they're doing and who just kind of force their way into Ultra Ball rank 3 and above. But yeah, so I've also changed the moveset on my Pokemon a little bit. So for Ordino, I kind of wanted to try out Psyshock just so we can have a little bit of a better option into the Sneasler slot. Because what I tend to find happens around this rank as well, Sneasler especially without Psychic Terrain, Sneasler becomes more of this fake out support Pokemon that just happens to be very strong, right? So because of this, Sneasler's typically either going to be a lead or an endgame fake out option. Unless if they're going for the White Herb variant, then it's more than likely that it will be fake out and then do or die with close combat. Now, Psyshock is just seeing how it works. We might have to tack on a different Pokemon in the end for Sneasler. I'm not sure, but hopefully Psyshock can get the job done if we can position our Ordino correctly, right? Gonna be very risky because of our fake out, but we'll see how we go, me mate. He's not too worried about it. And we got Meowscarada here. Now, I've changed Meowscarada to a more typical moveset, and you know, I am a max HP sort of person, but then I thought, like, if the idea behind max HP is so we can survive more moves, when we're looking at Meowscarada, right, Hurricane, Heat Wave, Ice Beam, doesn't matter what type of move it is, right? If it's super effective, it's going to KO Meowscarada, regardless of how much HP Meowscarada builds. So I thought, why not just do max speed and put a focus sash on it and don't worry about it ever again. The interesting thing about this is that we outspeed Mega Frostlass, Mega Charizard, and we don't outspeed Adaptability, Choice Scarf, or Swift Swim Basculegion though, which is a bit of a menace, but we've got Sucker Punch for that sort of situation, because what Choice Scarf Adaptability Basculegion wants to do, it wants to flip turn out to get a bit of a better position for a different Pokemon, right? If we Sucker Punch, we can reasonably clear out a lot of its HP because we're running less attack, so we can't really threaten a KO on it. We can clear out a lot of its HP and then finish off in the future for like a Dazzling Gleam from Alcremie or 2 Dazzling Gleams from Ordino. Or even just 1 if we Mega, right? And then I'm thinking how I should use Volcarona going into these rain teams, right? Because a lot of these rain teams, sometimes they don't need Pelipper, even though Pelipper's the, the rain setter. They have like a second rain setter somewhere on the team, right? Whether that be through Meowstick or as I found out, Manectric, or other sources of rain, right? And I was thinking, because like the end game typically tends to be like King Gambit or Archaludon, what's the issue with running Volcarona as a late game option? Unless if they're going hard rain setup, then Volcarona might not be the play, but see if it happens in this video, see if it doesn't. I'm just kind of doing like a little bit of a thought brainstorm at the moment. So yeah, that's kind of the idea. We are, because I'm running Sucker Punch, we are a little bit more weaker into the Farigiraf matchup, because now we don't have like a way to deal solid damage into the Farigiraf. Because Farigiraf is always going to be running Armor Tail unless if they want to like a really weird bulky set. That can work, by the way. It can work with Cudchew. But usually they run with Armor Tail as Trick Room support. So that's kind of the idea. I've also been thinking about adding Galarian Slowking to the team over Meowscarada. That's just because we have a secondary, like, no, even if it's a secondary Trick Room option, we probably might see it being like a really good resist into those rain teams when it's the normal Slowking, or with Galarian Slowking, we can start to think about like Eerie Spell and like even just setting up the weather with Chilly Reception, right? Because unless if we come up against a snow team, changing the weather could also be really good for us when we're trying to aim for like our own Trick Room, or we want to mitigate the damage when Volcarona's on the field, right? Just things I'm thinking for the future. And with that, me mateys, let's get into the matches. So we're still in rank 3 in Ultra Ball tier. It's a very... This tier is kind of like the place where you would get stuck, I'd reckon. I think I'm going to be remaining here for a while. Oh dear, okay, so here we have what looks to be a Aurora Veil team with a lot of cool Pokemon. I like the Jolteon to accommodate for switching out for Greninja and for Alligator. It doesn't look like they'll need the Jolteon for this matchup. I could definitely see them having their own Volcarona in this. So what I might do, I'm gonna see how they go with like a... Oh, so here's the problem. We run Sucker Punch now. We can't actually threaten a KO first turn if they lead Frostlass, right? Because they're gonna use Aurora Veil, right? We'll see how that goes, but I think Meowscarada is pretty good into this matchup. Do we want Alternate? I think I'll run Volcarona Meowscarada. Even though there are 2 water types on their team, I think it should be okay. Then I'm gonna have Ordino and... Ooh, Snorlax? Ooh. Hopefully we can position it right, because I do think I'd like the Snorlax for this match. Because if they end up having like Sinistcha and Frostlass, it's going to be really problematic for the Snorlax to deal with. But hopefully Meowscarada can deal with that. So we're going to be facing a little bit of a issue here. Yeah, Jolteon Frostlass. Okay, cool. So I could definitely see a Mega Frostlass on this turn, right? So what I'm going to do, I think I might just go for like Tailwind. Because Jolteon is faster than Meowscarada naturally, and Frostlass, we want to guarantee that they don't have like... Even if they use Electro Web this turn, we should be able to outspeed with Volcarona against the Mega Frostlass, right? Then I can protect so I can keep my Focus Sash. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So it is Mega Frostlass. Will they use Blizzard or will they have Aurora Veil first? This is kind of the turn where they either figure out if I want to... well, if they figure out I want to use Protect Right. Let's see what they do here. So let's go for a clean... Oh, okay, so it is Blizzard. Maybe they'll use Aurora Veil next turn? We'll see, we'll see. So hopefully we don't get frozen, because that would be a little bit of... Ah! Yes! Ah, very good, very good. Okay, that's alright then. Light Screen! Okay, so it's Screen's Jolteon. Very good. Ah, that's unfortunate. Oh, we thaw out. Okay, Volcarona's just a beast. That's alright. Let's go for the... Let's go for a Struggle Bug, and then I can probably see something... Actually, do I want Struggle Bug? Ooh. Well, if they're going to protect the Frostlass, it might not be worth doubling up into it. So I'm going to use a Struggle Bug. And then let's see if we can get a Sucker Punch into it, right? Or nah. I want to double up into it. Why not? And then Sucker Punch. Let's see how we go with this. Okay, so they do click Blizzard, so that's not too bad. So we can outspeed with Volcarona, hopefully. And then get the KO on the Frostlass slot. So nice, very nice, very nice. That's one of the threats down for Snorlax, because we're playing in a way that tells our opponent we probably have Snorlax in the back, right? Because we're getting rid of their ghost types. So if you're playing against me and I take down your ghost type, it's like, okay, well, why did you not get rid of the Jolteon, right? Because, well, maybe we have that Snorlax in the back who can't really do much into Sinistcha. So I'm going to go for another Fiery Dance into the Sinistcha slot, and then I think a nice Flower Trick into Jolteon can do. I want to see what the Sinistcha is capable of doing, because it's not really that good in this situation. Oh, so much damage. No, so much damage. If we were adamant, we probably would have just KO'd the Jolteon outright. Very good. So, Fiery Dance, at +1, 2. Ooh. Okay, so we should survive thanks to Focus Sash, even though it is not stab boosted, so it is not too bad. Trick Room! Oh, very good, me mateys. Okay, so now that they use Trick Room on Sinistcha, we can definitely see something like a switch out, right, from the Sinistcha. I kind of want to go for, like, switch into Snorlax, right? And then I can... I want to protect Meowscarada just in case if they go for something weird, right? They should ideally switch out their Sinistcha because it can't do much into the field. They could aim a Shadow Ball into the Volcarona too. And you know what? If they do, if they get greedy, I'm going to get greedy too to match it and then KO their Sinistcha. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So they saw that we had Sucker Punch. They should ideally protect or switch the Sinistcha slot. Let's see what happens. Rage Powder. Okay, so that's good. They use Rage Powder, and that's a really good play on them. So that does mean Meowscarada will likely go down this turn. Not too bad, not too bad. Very good, me mateys. Alright, so now that that's happened, I still think going into Volcarona, actually... You know what? Let's put in the Ordino. This is probably not it, right? But oh well, let's go for Ordino. I mean, what I should probably have feasibly done, right, is send in Volcarona, just attack the Sinistcha, get it off the field, right? But I kind of just want to play with Snorlax and Ordino again. Okay, so let's go for a Mega Ordino Dazzling Gleam here, because we're no doubt the fastest Pokemon on the field now. Mega Ordino Dazzling Gleam. It should... I mean, recently we should get a double KO with the Dazzling Gleam after the Rock Slide, right? But we'll see, we'll see. Jolteon should definitely go down, but we have pretty free opportunity to go with... Oh, okay. Even if Volcarona does appear on the battlefield, two Rock Slides should definitely be able to take it out, even if it does have Charity Berry. Oh, look at that. It's probably Focus Sash then. Is it? Or did it just survive on 1 HP? It survived on 1 HP. Oh, very good, me mateys. Oh, no. Sinister survives too. Oh, no. Very good, me mateys. Very good. Okay, so even if Volcarona had Charity Berry, right, what I could do into a Charity Berry Volcarona is Psy Shock and threaten another Rock Slide. It seemed my opponent really was starting to understand like how we could start to counter speed control, right? And probably what I would suggest to that, even though this is coming from a player who has absolutely no clue what they're doing into the higher level matchups, what I could suggest to do is like, if you see a potential speed control option from your enemy team, so like Volcarona, or in my case, Ordino and Volcarona, what you could start to do then is lead like a Trick Room option. If you know that the opponent wants to lead Tail Room, you can go for a Trick Room right on turn 1, right, and just let them spend eternity in their Tailwind inside Trick Room, right? That's just a suggestion. It might not be for like the best outcome, but it is an option to consider. Alright, Aerodactyl Tailwind with Mamoswine. Oh my goodness. This is a very scary looking team. Let's see here. So, Aerodactyl scares me the most because I can't really lead Volcarona that well into it. The Cerulege is very interesting because even though Meowscarada doesn't have a really good matchup into it, 2 Sucker Punches should be able to get it down. But don't think that's what we want in this situation. So we know that Rotom's definitely going to come in because they see Vaporeon, and Vaporeon's really good into the rest of the team, right? So what I might think of doing, I think I will just lead, oh no, it could be Rotom and an Archaludon too. What can I do into that? There isn't much I can do to that, really. Okay. Well, even if, right, let's go for Vaporeon as a back slot. And who do we want behind? This is very unfortunate. I think I might have to go Alcremie. Well, it's not unfortunate because I'm going Alcremie. Oh yeah, me mateys. We might see a little bit of a unfortunate pick there, but I mean, as in like, you know, the Pokemon choice wasn't exactly the correct choice, but we have Alcremie. Alcremie's definitely going to do well for us. So here's Cerulege and Rotom. Okay. Ooh, okay. So we can definitely see just a plain and simple Bitter Blade. And then, oh, does the form Rotoms get Trick Room? They do, right? Well, I still think I want to go for the Trick Room. Will we be doubled up into the Ordino slot? That's just the question. I think I want to preserve, oh jeez, they should Thunderbolt the Volcarona, right? Oh, this is risky. Very risky. Close combat! Okay. That shouldn't KO Ordino, but a Hydro Pump will if it lands. Let's see what we can do here. Okay, very good. Okay, they do target the Volcarona with Hydro Pump, so it won't affect us that badly. Alright, so now we can definitely see something like a switch from the Cerulege while Thunderbolting the Vaporeon, right? So what I'm gonna do... do we need... yeah, I do need to conserve the Vaporeon's HP a lot in this situation. So... as weird as it sounds, I think I'm just gonna Calm Mind so that we can resist the Thunderbolt better. It might be better just to protect too, but I want to Calm Mind. I'm a little bit greedy. Let's go for a Calm Mind. Get the Regenerator back onto the Ordino slot. Yep, there's the switch. I was correct in calling out the switch there. Chaludon comes back out. Oh, it comes back out, I mean. Just comes out. So we'll definitely see a Thunderbolt into the Vaporeon slot. Hopefully, we should at least be able to get it by half. Oh, yeah, that's a little bit too much damage. Okay, no, that's alright. That is okay. I can lead a Rage Powder, right, into an Ice Beam, because now that they've got both electric coverage options on the field, I think an Ice Beam onto the Chaludon should be my best bet. I think that's what I want here. Because what they're going to do, they're going to Electroshock Thunderbolt, which would really KO the Vaporeon. However, they do now need to be respectful of the Volcarona, who could potentially go for a Rage Powder. And if they click Hydro Pump Electroshock, that would be a really good play on their part. Let's see what they do. So we get the Ice Beam off first because Vaporeon's just faster under Trick Room. It is Stamina, so that's pretty good. Dragon Pulse. Okay, so they do kind of cover for that Rage Powder option there. And then Thunderbolt. So they want to try and really get rid of the Vaporeon now. So I think Volcarona's like faster than the Chaludon, so it'll be slower in Trick Room. So what I'm thinking, because they just saw what Rage Powder did, right? Thunderbolt will definitely hit the Vaporeon slot, which is a little bit unfortunate. So what I could see here, I think, who's their Pokemon? Ceruledge. Okay, I think I should be fine going for another Rage Powder. Then what we can start to see do on the next turn, then we can start thinking about going for that. Chaludon protects. Okay, that's good. So that means next turn we'll see a I might go for Ordino, right? So what I could have done on that turn then, I could have just Struggle Bugged if I thought they were going for Protect. That's on me for being a little bit too trigger happy, but that's okay. I don't think I'm worried about that. I want to pressure a spread move for this last turn because they just use their Protect on the Chaludon. So what I'll go for a Dazzling Gleam. And then, as weird as it sounds, I'm going to switch out the Vaporeon for Ordino on this turn. We do recognize that we get rid of our Calm Mind. However, I think the matchup into Ceruledge is more important than having a Calm Mind boost. So let's KO the Chaludon with Alcremie, me mateys! Oh yeah! Very good Alcremie. So there's the Thunderbolt into the Ordino. Oh, it's going to be close. Gonna be very close, me mateys. So here comes the Ceruledge, no doubt. Oh, no. Okay. Bitterblade onto the Alcremie will be very problematic. Yeah, this is going to be very problematic. Okay, so they have to at least target the Ordino with one of their Pokemon, right? They kind of have to. That's what they're stuck into. Ah, man. Okay, let's Mega the Ordino and hope for the best with another Trick Room. If we don't survive with the Trick Room, that's okay. We're going to have a little bit of a harder time here, but going to have to see how it plays out. So what I could have probably seen, we should have just Mega'd Ordino so we didn't take as much damage. However, that is kind of the nature of these things, right? See how we go, see how we don't go. They should still go Thunderbolt into the Ordino slot. Here's a Bitterblade onto the Alcremie. We'll take that not too well, but still not bad. Thunderbolt will KO? It will KO, so that's a little bit unfortunate. Alright. Let's see if we can still win out the game from here. Oh, no. I mean, Rotom takes a lot of damage. Let's see. So what will definitely happen here is that we will see a KO. Like, all they need to do is click Bitter Blade onto the Alcremie and then Thunderbolt onto the Vaporeon, and they win, right? So that's really it for me. Oh dear. So probably having Snorlax for the endgame was a better option, because ideally what we could have gone for is like a Rock Slide into Ceruledge, if I knew they were going to have Ceruledge as a lead, and we could threaten them with Snorlax first, and then go for like a double edges into the Rotom. But if they click something weird with the Ceruledge, we should find it out, but they shouldn't, right? They should just... Oh, we have a chance, me mateys. We might have a chance. Oh my goodness, we have a chance, me mateys. Oh no. Okay, so what my opponent could have done in that situation, they could have just gone for a clean Bitter Blade into the Alcremie, because they saw it did half damage. Alcremie's going to go down, and then Vaporeon would have gone down to a Thunderbolt. Because remember, last time they used Thunderbolt, it was because of a +1 in Calm Mind, +1 special defense. So they ideally could have had the game there, but we still play to our outs, right? We still play to our outs, and we go for another Dazzling Gleam. And then, here's the odd part. They're probably just gonna lead Tailwind here. Rock Slide shouldn't KO Vaporeon on the next turn. It's just the Ceruledge I'm worried about. Oh no, it will KO because yeah, Mega Aerodactyl. Yeah. That's alright, me mateys. Very good, me. We still play to our outs here. We still go for what we think might be the best option. Shadow Sneak. And Rock Slide should KO us from that. Oh no, Dual Wing Beat. Okay, very good. Very good. Oh, there goes Vaporeon. So, a little bit of a misclick, I would reckon, into that second last turn there. Oh, Aerodactyl just takes so much damage. But unfortunately, Alcremie's already taken too much damage as well. And 2 Pokemon are against it. But yeah, I think having the Snorlax might have been the play there. Rock Slide. Oh no, Rock Slide misses me mateys. But Bitter Blade. Yeah, Bitter Blade's too much damage. Oh my goodness. Could you imagine a world where Alcremie survives? But then again, even if Alcremie survives, Alcremie's not doing too much damage into Ceruledge, so that is a little bit unfortunate. But that was a really fun match. I really liked that. A lot of twists and turns in that match, but hey, why not? Why not? Oh, that's so good, me mateys. That's so good. Alright, let's go into the next one. Oh no. Oh no. So far, I think, even though we haven't had a chance to use Psyshock feels nice. You know, it can cover for certain situations, but maybe not some others. So let's see who we get in this next match. Oh, Hard Trick Room. Ooh. Okay, so because they don't have a, they have Fake Out Trick Room. This is unfortunate, but not undoable. We just need to see if we can play this right. Because they only have Farigiraf, and this is a moment where I would probably just have like Throat Chop over Sucker Punch, but it is a little bit unfortunate that we are stuck onto Sucker Punch, but that's okay. That's kind of the risks that we take when going into the ladder. So what I could feasibly do is like lead Snorlax, right? And then if they're aiming to set up Trick Room, right, and they see we have Snorlax, will they go for the Trick Room first time? That kind of enables their entire team, so I have to say yes, right? So I'm going to have Volcarona in the back. Then I think... Going to be a little bit strange, but I'm going to have Meowscarada into this. And then I think Alcremie. It feels a little bit weird not having Ordino, especially against the Trick Room matchup, but I'm going to see how this works. Because I'm suspecting that their team wants to go hard Trick Room, right? And then it's going to be like fake out Incineroar. So, we kind of just oops, led Snorlax, but that's alright. Yeah, I see my problem. I see the problem now, but that should be okay. Even if Intimidate hits, that's okay. Oh dear, oh my goodness. Oh no. Okay. Well, even so, I can still go for like a Rock Slide, and then, yeah, still a Rock Slide. Even if they fake out Snorlax, that's not too bad. Then we'll go for like a Struggle Bug, just in case if they want to attack us, right? We do have to be careful of like a King Gambit switch in on the Incineroar. That's going to be very problematic if they do, but I don't think so considering Volcarona's on the field. Fake out into the Volcarona. Okay, very good. So let's see what they go with. So they do have Trick Room. Let's see if we can get a flinch. It will be Trick Room. Okay. -1 Snorlax. Let's see. Well, the only thing I'm worried about is like a superpower from the Incineroar, right? I kind of just want to threaten damage onto the Farigiraf, right? And then I'm going to go for a Rage Powder, just in case if they have like something weird like superpower, or if they wanted to double up into the Snorlax slot, right? So here's a Rage Powder, and let's see what you do about that, me mateys. So if it's Flare Blitz, that's kind of cool too. Double Edge won't KO thanks to -1, but we do threaten a lot of damage onto it. Parting Shot onto the Volcarona, so that's good. So that what they're going for, they're probably just going to have either King Gambit or Drampa come out. Golurk, okay. Golurk, Unseen Fist, right? That's Mega Golurk. Let's see. I think Golurk is the same speed tier as Snorlax, if I'm not too mistaken. Rock Slide will do a lot to Volcarona for the, but should KO. But I'm gonna try and get rid of their Trick Room option, right? And then I'll just go for, who will they have in the back again? So Double Edge, and then probably Drampa or King Gambit, right? Let's see if we can get rid of their Farigiraf. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. I kind of want the Volcarona to survive, but if it doesn't survive, that should be okay. Alcremie should be able to do good, I suppose. As long as it's not superpower or hammer arm, I should be nice. Oh, okay, well, never mind. We got a high roll on that one, so I was kind of expecting the low roll. Okay, that's alright, that's alright. Drain Punch, yeah, there goes the Snorlax. Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, not undoable though. It kind of, Snorlax did what it needed to do, so that's good. That's good, Snorlax. Good on you. Alright, so Fiery Dance. Not going to do anything thanks to Parting Shot, but we are back to normal. That's alright. Let's see what we can go for here. So Farigiraf is down. Now we don't have to worry about Sucker Punch not hitting, right? The only problem is, will Incineroar come out? You know what? Let's go for Meowscarada. Yeah, let's do it. Oh yeah. Yeah, Incineroar's coming back out. But it comes out before the Meowscarada, so I don't think Intimidate will hit. No, it will hit. No, never mind me, mateys. I thought it would... It was that thing where Intimidate wouldn't affect it. That's okay. I'm just gonna aim a Sucker Punch into the goal lurk. They should realize something's strange going on with the Meowscarada, right? Because Meowscarada in Trick Room, what could they possibly be thinking, right? So hopefully we can get a cheeky Sucker Punch into it. And I'm just gonna keep on going for Rage Powder. I'm starting to see that Vaporeon would have been really nice into this matchup too. That's okay. Boom! Sucker Punch. Okay, cool. Cool. Nice damage, nice damage. Here's a Drain Punch. Okay, yeah. I see how it is, me mateys. We survive on Meowscarada even without Focus Sash. Okay. Alright, I see how it is. Okay, very good, me mateys. If a Drain Punch is coming from Meowscarada, I think I can lead it into a, into an endgame finish here. So I'll just Rage Powder for this turn. So that's kind of on me for thinking that Incineroar wouldn't click Fake out. Oh dear me mateys, oh dear. You're gonna see some very interesting plays coming from me going forward, right? That's okay though, that is okay. So they protect the goal lurk, expecting me to go for another, like, Sucker Punch into it. That is okay. Now we don't have to quite worry about the, Incineroar, thanks to Trick Room going down, but, oh, it's gonna be tough, because the Incineroar can just KO the Meowscarada. However, Meowscarada is the fastest thing on the field, and they just use Protect on goal lurk. So, knowing that they might have Drampa on the field, right, and they're going to KO the Meowscarada, I'm going to try for a very cheeky Calm Mind here, and then go for like a Flower Trick, because they might just double protect, and we do not want that. Since Meowscarada is definitely going to go out on this turn, I figure may as well just get the offense onto the goal lurk slot. Double protect, so we were right in calling out their double protect play, so we just aim a clean and simple Flower Trick just to cover for that option, and there goes the goal lurk. Very good, me mateys. No need to worry about the critical hit, since that is kind of Flower Trick's thing. And here's a Flare Blitz or even Throat Chop into the Meowscarada. It could even be Flare Blitz into the Alcremie, and that'd actually be a pretty solid check option into this, but gonna see how we do. So Incineroar is now locked in. It can only just Parting Shot to reduce Alcremie's special attack. King Gambit! Here we go. That is what I was thinking. That's okay, me mateys. Will a +1 Mystical Fire KO? Ooh. I don't think so. But even still, right, I think it's still worth going for. A +1... Let's see. I think it shouldn't, but like... Yeah. I was correct in going for Dazzling Gleam there, but I wanted to see, right? That's okay, me mateys. So here comes an Iron Head, and here comes a Flare Blitz. Nice and simple, right? Very good, me mateys. Very good. Good on my opponents there. Very nice matches that we had today. Yeah. I think what I could have probably feasibly done is have Vaporeon in this matchup too. Vaporeon would have been nice into the goal lurk, a bit better than than the Meowscarada, unfortunately. Oh, it's so unfortunate. Meowscarada's like, it wants to work on the team. It's just something about Meowscarada could be done better by a different Pokemon. That's just really unfortunate because I like Meowscarada on this team, right? It's just like, if we're trying to counter like ground types, we could probably do the same with Vaporeon. If we're trying to get those ghost types, while Vaporeon might not be the answer, in that particular matchup, Golurk and would have been very... Well, it would have been hard for Golurk to deal with the Vaporeon, right? Scald, and even an Ice Beam cover for potential switch-ins. But yeah, I think the rest of the team is doing nice. It's just, I need to figure out what I can do for Meowscarada. Oh dear me mateys. So we kind of see, like, we're playing to a little bit of our outs there. We're just kind of misreading into some situations, right? Like, the time... the time where, like, sometimes it might not be obvious at first, but, like, keeping Snorlax for the endgame on that last match would have been pretty handy too, because... ideally, what we could have gone for is a double edge or even threaten a Brick Break on the King Gambit. Or having like Vaporeon over Snorlax, that could have been nice too, because they weren't really going with a special team in that instance. They weren't leading with Drampa, right? And because Snorlax only kind of just does really good damage with double edge, if we knew that... I mean, we knew that they were going to lead Incineroar, right? So I think leading Vaporeon would have been the better play for that that match. And we could have probably just gotten away with not having Volcarona and then having the Snorlax there. Probably is what I'm guessing. But I think the main trouble with that last match, right, was just not having an answer for King Gambit going into the late game. And Incineroar, right? Because foolishly I decided to lead Snorlax into Incineroar, so knowing that the Incineroar would come out, but oh my goodness me mateys, oh my goodness. That's okay. We expect these sorts of things to happen. We at least realize our mistake, and going forward, if we do suspect the Incineroar lead, we'll probably try not to lead Snorlax into it. And in fact, maybe Vaporeon would have been better overall. But that's okay, me mateys. We enjoy the journey going into Master Rank, and I wouldn't be able to be the #1 Alcremie player if I didn't expect a few bumps on the road, right? It's going to be full of bumps here on out because of Ultra Rank, but that's fine, me mateys. I hope you can enjoy my journey going into Master Ball Rank. You know, as I'm figuring out like these sorts of plays, it also might help you figure out like, oh, well, because this happened to me, we could expect some similar thinking overall, right? Think about how your team could manage into the opposing team as you're climbing, right? Because in Ultra Ball Rank, it might be that some people are running like, you know, plain and simple offense with Sun or Rain, but then you might come across people who are like, okay, we know we have Sun and Rain, or we know we have Sun. Now, how can we effectively go into the opposing team while trying to clutch out our offensive power to save for the end, right? And the most troubling thing about Ultra Ball, I find, is when to like understand who's your win condition for like a matchup, right? And this is kind of what the team building aspect is, right? Because I have my team here, and for team building, right, I want to understand who's my potential finishing options that can really clutch out a match. Typically, it tends to be Snorlax and Vaporeon, right? And then we got Meowscarada, we got Volcarona and Ordino as like supportive options. Alcremie is kind of like a jack of all trades situation kind of Pokemon. And then we have Meowscarada for like those sand teams, right? Yeah, kind of the line of thinking. So I should probably try and figure out... Well, I should figure out who would be the appropriate finishing option into my enemy team, right? not having Vaporeon in that last match, I'm going to say this again because I realized how detrimental it was not having Vaporeon there. That kind of should have been the play in that last match, and I should have recognized that as a finishing option into the opposing team there. What I could see going further, right, if I want to try for switching out Meowscarada for a potentially different option. But I want Meowscarada. No, that's right. You know, we could definitely see Sinistcha doing the same job that Meowscarada has, but better, right? I totally understand that. Even, like, Primarina, Spiritomb could be a very interesting option, right? With the full Trick Room set. Can't get faked out and can only get taunted, right? But it can't get prankster taunted, so that's very nice. Then we see something like, even just like Armor Rouge would be okay, I suppose. But yeah, that will be for a different time. I still want to make Meowscarada work, right? So you might see Meowscarada for like one more video, and if it's still not working, then I might have to switch it out. I'm kind of thinking low kick for King Gambit. However, I've been getting into these situations where Meowscarada's not around for King Gambit, and it might actually just be better not to go for the low kick option and just try and go for something different that Meowscarada can excel at. However, against the teams I've been facing and against what's been working against me, low kick doesn't seem to be... I mean, okay, it was Incineroar and King Gambit, right? But low kick's not that effective on Incineroar, but it is really good into the King Gambit. Anyway, just on like brainstorming and how we could try and learn from this experience, right? Alright, with that, and yeah, now we also know that a +1 Mystical Fire from Alcremie doesn't KO the King Gambit. So what we might see as well is we could probably feasibly switch out Psyshock from Ordino and put it onto the Alcremie maybe. Interesting decisions to make, but we'll see how we go next time, me mateys. So that will be it for this video, me mateys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Really fun battles and trying to learn like the landscape, because Ultra Ball is a completely different beast. Well, mid Ultra Ball rank and above is a completely different beast from the teams in Great Ball and Pokeball rank. But we're trying to make it work, and we see some success, and then other times we kind of just misplay into our clutch out options, right? Or our end game options. So I'll try and work on that, me mateys, and we'll see how we go in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, me mateys. I really appreciate it. I'm Vuvi Yaloovie. I will see you in the next video. Ta and ta-ta.